Hi there, Working Homeschool Mom. This is Charlotte from Charlotte Jones 24/7 and My Little Homeschool. And this is episode number 93 of the Strike a Balance podcast for Working Homeschool Moms. And today I'm covering a topic that came up on my Facebook group, and that is how to homeschool high school. And I know that when your kids get to high school age, you're very worried about making sure that they're prepared for college or university, or that they are going to be decent human beings and ready to face the world. And it can put a lot of pressure on this particular period in their lives, and especially when you're homeschooling. So in the episode today, I give some ideas for how you can make this homeschool season as positive, as magical, as engaging, as fun, as enjoyable as any other time in your homeschooling journey. But before we get to the episode, I'd be ever so grateful if you could rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. It just means that more working homeschool moms can find it, and in that way we can build this beautiful working homeschool mom community together. Thank you so much, and enjoy the episode. Hi there, and welcome to the Strike a Balance podcast for Working Homeschool Moms. This is Charlotte Jones. I'm your host, and I am a podcaster, a speaker, a writer, and a homeschooling coach, specifically for working homeschool moms. I've been homeschooling my neurodivergent twin boys since 2017, and I've been a working homeschool mom since 2017. So I know it can feel really overwhelming to keep all the balls in the air all the time. So each week I chat about tips and strategies for being a happy and thriving working homeschool mom. I cover things like time management, homeschooling, mindset, and lots of other juicy topics like that. I also speak to awesome and inspiring women who manage to juggle homeschooling and work successfully and find out what their secrets are. And I also welcome experts who can help you on your working homeschool mom journey. I have lots of ways to support you, so be sure to check them out in the show notes. You can download my time audit as your first step to managing your time better. I have a Facebook group for working homeschool moms that you can join as well. And be sure to sign up to my newsletter for weekly updates. And if you need additional support, you can join the WHM Collective, which is a supportive community of working homeschool moms where we delve deeper into topics that are going to help you thrive as a working homeschool mom. Or if you need one-to-one support, be sure to book in a session with me. I'm so excited for you to be here, and I know you'll get so much value out of this episode. So let's get started. Working homeschool mom, I know how overwhelming it can be to choose a math curriculum for your homeschool. That's why I'd like to tell you about the online math curriculum we've been using for years, ctcmath.com. As far as math curriculums go, it has loads of great features that solve lots of the math issues we've had, and I know a lot of homeschooling families have. Here are just a few of the many features that we really like. Questions are adaptive, which means the interactive questions change in difficulty depending on the student's ability. The program uses a smart algorithm that tracks the student's progress and delivers questions based on their exact needs. The student doesn't even know this is happening, helping them to build confidence and master math concepts. Concepts are delivered through video tutorials and summaries, which are clear, complete, and easy to follow. It's like having your very own teacher. This ensures your children understand something before they're asked to practice it. And then for us parents, CTC Math has extensive reports which are so valuable in monitoring your child's progress and spotting any gaps. And they offer a 12-month money-back guarantee if this curriculum is not for you and your family. CTC will provide a full refund, no questions asked. But I think the most important thing is a whole lot less stress when it's math time for both parents and kids. You get to outsource math with confidence, and your kids get a fantastic tailor-made program that makes learning and mastering math enjoyable and positive. Visit CTC Math today to start your free trial. CTC Math is also offering you, listener, an amazing special. When you go to ctcmath.com/MLH, you can get a half price discount plus a bonus 6 months for free. That's ctcmath.com/MLH. How to homeschool high school like a pro. So why is homeschooling high school so scary? If you're worried about how to homeschool high school, you're definitely not alone. I've spoken to so many homeschoolers, and lots of the people who join my Facebook group also have concerns about homeschooling high school. And I think the reason is because they feel like things are getting really serious when their kids hit middle school, when they become teens and beyond. They feel like it's time to make sure their kids know everything so that they're ready for college, university, or the working world. These feelings are totally valid, but it doesn't have to be so scary. Homeschooling high school can also have elements of magic, be engaging and fun, and you can do it in a way that's as stress-free as possible. From public high school to homeschool high school. So if you've taken your kid out of public school, then you're definitely going to need to deschool them. This will mean giving them some time to decompress after what was probably a hectic schooling experience. I am imagining this, otherwise you probably wouldn't have taken them out of school. It might feel counterintuitive because there's often a sense of urgency when kids are in high school. But I've got a few things that you can keep in mind when you start feeling like you want to push or rush, because trust me, that pushing and rushing are not going to be the most effective way to get your kid back into the learning experience. So let's keep these things in mind. You probably took your child out of school for a very good reason, and this good reason merited a big change, such as taking them out of school. So you and your kiddo are going to need some time to adjust, recover, rest, and regroup. As with any major transition, you need time to think about it. You need time to process it. At the same time, your child's learning needs might not have been met at school. I know this is a big reason for kids being taken out of school, especially in high school. Like I said, things are getting serious. They need to learn in a way that suits them. So you're going to need time to figure out how and when they learn the best. I know it's very tempting to buy a curriculum and then to expect them to get going immediately. Like I said, there's this feeling of urgency, but you're going to have a much better homeschooling experience if you get your kid involved in their learning. That being said, it might take some time to get them out of their shell and to build trust with them, because this is probably not something they were used to being given or asked at school. So once again, they're going to need time to get used to this. When you're feeling super stressed about time, just remember that homeschooling is so flexible. You'll be able to, I'm going to put in air quotes, which obviously you can't see, make up the time you lost during deschooling. So you can do this by homeschooling year-round, for example, but you'll probably see that when your child is learning in a way that really works for them, they're going to speed ahead. Lastly, the one-to-one attention that your child is going to get in their homeschool is going to make it so much more effective for them. So once again, you're going to fly ahead. You're going to be able to hone in on any areas of development, concentrate on them. You're going to be able to fill in any of those gaps. You're going to build those solid foundations, and then from there, they're going to be able to build very quickly upon that. I know it sounds like a lot, but all these elements are going to make the process of how to homeschool high school so much smoother and more effective. Just remember, even though it feels weird, even though it feels uncomfortable or maybe counterintuitive, to take the time needed to move into this new reality. The WHM Collective is a monthly membership on Patreon that was created with you in mind, Working Homeschool Mom. If you're just starting out on your journey, or if you're finding it difficult to find your groove, then the WHM Collective is definitely the membership for you. Each month, we delve into topics that are going to help you thrive as a working homeschool mom, such as homeschooling, schedules, time management, and lots of other juicy topics. I know how busy life is for you, working homeschool mom, and I know how complicated life is too. So that's why this membership is super simple. Each month, there's one live workshop, one ebook, and one session of office hours where you can have your questions answered in real time. In addition, you'll get one free coaching session per membership and an added bonus of having access to all past content, which you can work through in your own time. So if you're feeling like you need some additional support as a working homeschool mom, then I really hope that you will consider joining the WHM Collective, because I know that it will help you so much to find clarity and to move forward in your working homeschool mom life. So let's just talk more in general about how to homeschool a teen without losing your mind. Homeschooling a teen comes with its own challenges, but it also comes with so many pluses as well. But in the spirit of looking at how to homeschool high school and through the teenage years, let's look at both sides. We always have to look at both sides. I'm going to talk about some challenges, and then obviously I always have solutions as well, but some of the challenges of homeschooling high school. So when those hormones strike, life with a teen can be hectic. And if you're homeschooling, it can be doubled. Yikes. There's no reprieve from it. And it can cause a lot of resistance, upset, reluctance, and a whole other host of emotions and challenges. So here are some solutions for teenage moods and hormones. Make sure your kids are getting enough healthy food, exercise, vitamins, and sleep. And as I said before, you can really lean into the flexibility that homeschool offers to make provisions for them. Allow them to sleep late, because often teens, are better in the afternoon, or they homeschool better in the afternoon, or eat when they want to or when they need to, and to get outside as much as they want. There's plenty of time for this and for everything else. Another solution to teenage moods and hormones is to give your kids the space and the attention that they want and need. Life can be so hectic when your kids are teens, especially when they're attending school. But you can really slow down when you homeschool. You just need to be intentional about it. And when you are, you can give your teen the attention or the time alone that they need. And lastly, get your kids involved. If they can take ownership of their learning, they're going to be much more engaged and motivated. Ask them how they learn best. When are they most energetic? What are they most interested in? And then be sure to give them what they need. Now let's talk about the joys of homeschooling high school. When your kid reaches high school age, the fun can really begin. For most, the basics have been mastered. So now you can concentrate on things that can really shape a wonderful human being. And apart from this, you can really get involved in so many great things. And you can be really involved in parts of their lives that you might have missed out on if they were spending most of their time away at school. So here are some suggestions for cool things to do when you homeschool high school. Let your kids really dive into their hobbies. Hobbies are a great way to see what they might want to do in the future, what engages them, what interests them, and it also just brings so much joy into every day. And then you could even help them to start a business. It's a great age to encourage your kids to try entrepreneurship, and there are so many transferable skills that they can learn, not to mention teaching them how to work with money, which is such an important life skill we know. And then at the same time, you can concentrate on other life skills such as housework and chores. They're at the right age for these skills to be useful, and also there's enough time for them to master them before they need to strike out on their own. And you could also try volunteering as a family. If you're intentional about your time and their time, you could work it so that there's enough time to really make a difference. So just some final thoughts on how to homeschool high school. I believe that your whole homeschooling experience should run along the same lines in order to be successful, no matter what age your kid is. Granted, the high school age does come with extra pressure and hormones, but it doesn't need to be a constant battle of wills. These are some elements of success I've identified for a generally successful homeschool. Freedom to learn in a way that suits your child, an environment that's geared towards encouraging and supporting their learning, their involvement in how, where, what, and when they learn, the chance to explore and go deep into interests and hobbies, and open lines of communication between everyone in the family. And lastly, I have to mention that as a working homeschool mom, you're going to need to look after yourself. This is one of the most important elements of a successful homeschool when they're little, when they're in high school, because without this, it's not going to be possible to sustain your homeschool at all. As always, if you need help figuring out how to homeschool high school, if you're feeling a little bit stuck, you haven't found your groove yet, if you're just starting out, then be sure to join the WHM Collective. You'll also get a free 30-minute coaching call where we can really look at very specific things that you're getting stuck with, and I can help you to figure out a way forward. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. Please let me know what your greatest takeaway was. You can reach out to me on Instagram at charlottejones247 or on my website at mylittlehomeschool.com, or you could even drop me an email at hello@mylittlehomeschool.com. I'd be ever so grateful if you could rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. It will help spread the news about being a working homeschool mom, and in that way we can build this wonderful supportive community together. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, take care.